Kilpailussa mukana Ramirent. Kotikatsomon eväät tarjoaa Kotipizza.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to some more disc golf media coverage. We are coming at you with the exciting conclusion to the Prodigy Disc Pro Tour. We are at stop number 5 here in Tampere, Finland. I'm Tony Farrow.
And joining him, Connor Wood. Really excited to see us wrap up this tour here. We've had a lot of players really have a heated battle all throughout, but we'll take a look at the tour standings in just one moment. We do have a little bit of a buffer for our first place points leader, who we're lucky to say will be joining us today here in beautiful Tampere. Conditions are looking good. As we move away from summer and say hello to autumn, we have some nice, cooler conditions as we take a look at the points here. Some familiar names. Jesse Nieminen up in first with a total of 351 points. He has a 50-point lead over Christian Kuoksa in second at 301. Joona Heinonen just below them at 245.
All right, and taking a look at our feature card today. Coming up first, Jesse Nieminen, 1023 out of Kuopio, Finland. Loving the forehand game from that guy.
And Joona Heinonen, a second name from that leaderboard that we just saw, 1024 rated, I believe, as well. Excited. He has a very, very clean and very finished, well-rounded game.
Super smooth, that's it. And Jonas Aalto coming up next from Turku, Finland. We have sure seen this guy's game before.
And to round out our feature card, we have Daniel Davidson. From Tampere here. Maybe he'll show us a few local lines. And winner of the Copenhagen Open 2022 earlier just this year.
Well, I'm excited to see some local lines here because this course is amazing. Coming up first, we got hole 1, par 4, 241 meters. As you can see, it's a tunnel shot. You do have OB coming into play on the right and left side. Really want to try and just keep it in the middle here. Right and left side will be scramble mode. And you've got one more gap to beat with these two white trees. And the green does open up a little bit. But an amazing, amazing hole to get your round started off.
There's no doubt. Just to give a little bit of context to this hole 1 here. It is a par 4, but it averaged over 5, being the hardest hole on the course. These guys have to start out strong. Let's see how they manage.
Well, a little fun fact for you. This is a course that was designed for disc golf initially. What do we want to say?
Purpose-built, perhaps.
Yes, it was built by the city of Tampere. We had, it was just designed exactly for disc golf itself. You will see it as the greens here are amazingly manicured and built up beautifully. You have stuff you'll never see on other disc golf courses.
And a fantastic opportunity for us at home to see some high-quality course and play. As we see Jesse turn over his forehand left, Joona sneak out the front, Daniel going just a little bit low, did land cleanly in the middle of the fairway. We're 2 out of 3 on fairway hits here off this tricky first shot. Jonas now. Oh, but with a very early release, he is putting himself in tons of trouble, getting not much distance as well as an OB penalty stroke. We'll see what he has left now here.
And this is just not the way to get started on this hole. Now you are off to the side. You're pretty much scrambling here, trying to get back to the middle. And that's a good little get out shot. He's right in the middle now, but he's got a lot of work to do to get up and down to get on that green.
Yes, and this is Jesse doing the same thing. It just shows not only do they take the OB stroke, but it's still the line is within the tree line far enough that they also still have to pitch out. Effectively 2 penalty strokes for a misrelease off the first shot.
Absolutely. That is well put.
So we see he is nicely in the middle now. A little bit low out of the hand, but that gets the full buttery slide up on that grass, and nice little bit of ground play to give him some extra distance at the end there. He is about 30 meters up there.
Yeah, that's not too bad. That should get him up and down for the bogey, I believe. And
Daniel now. Turnover backhand, getting that nice little flex, hopefully through the trees. Not quite.
That's just outside the circle, though. That's not that bad. The gap there, it's puttable distance. Oh, a slip from Yona. And that's OB. Oh, man. Unfortunate.
With the best tee shot of the group as well. That'll be a tough pill to swallow. We'll see Jonas now. With a light turnover as well, or heavy turnover rather, as that thing just did not come out of it. He is playing very much into that right side tree line. Hard to say from this angle if he will be obstructed, but I can't imagine he'll have an open look from in there.
Yeah, it looked like a pretty good kick out, though, from the trees. What? He might
okay,
have
I don't think
room.
I saw that.
I see Yuna up now. Little sidearm flexor. Can he squeak it through? Oh, he does.
Wow, what a scramble.
That's awesome. Great comeback from that slip off the second shot. And that will net him a nice easy par.
And Jonas with the forehand hyzer approach catches that one patch of hard earth and gets a little bit of a skip past the basket, but he is well up there for the putt.
And that skipped outside the circle. I mean, that was crazy. That just tiny little patch of dry. And here we see Daniel. He's coming up for his...
I think birdie.
Yeah, I was going to say, is this birdie? I've seen too many shots and penalty strokes.
I believe that was the sole birdie look of the card. You can see he's a little bit disappointed to miss it, but that was not an easy putt. He will take a par, which, as we mentioned at the beginning, statistically is more than a stroke over the rest of the field. But great double bogey save from Jonas there.
Yeah, after the drive, that is a great save.
This will be Yesse. I think for the single bogey. Correct me if I'm
wrong.
wrong.
I believe it's a single bogey here. He had a great up and down. Or
the double. Because he pitched out, of course. It's the double penalty, right? That he hits the OB penalty stroke and then pitches out. Still punishing. As we see David now secure his par, even with a nice birdie run prior to that and a single bogey for Yona. This first hole really showing why it came in as the most difficult. In the whole field, only 2 birdies of the day on that hole.
Wild. Well, hole 2's not going to get much easier. We got a 124-meter par 3, completely blind tee shot. And you're swinging in a U shape as you want to throw this thing super high, super tight to the trees. And look at this green that you're coming up to. I mean, come
Stunning.
on. Just absolutely stunning. Super hard to get onto the green, but you can see these guys. It just looks like they're sawing it off, nose up, hyzer, and they're still not there.
And I wonder, is the 124 meters the shape of the fairway or the direct line from the tee to the basket? Because Spike Hyzering 124, that's... I mean, these guys have power, but that's a bit crazy.
In my opinion, it's the shape of the fairway. I couldn't imagine it's the straight line. I have played this course before, and you can definitely get to those trees and close to the base where that green starts, but
to get up there though is some next level stuff.
It's almost like you need the really understable driver and pop it up on a hyzer and get that thing to start fading really early. But then you're risking the possible flip over going too straight.
None of these guys look like they're liking their throws out of the hand. Most of them.
Where Yuna just landed,
slide.
that's like your your normal spot kind of a thing, because you don't want to go too tight to the trees, hit one real early, and you don't want to swing it out too wide. So yeah, you end up right about where Yuna is.
But great upshot by him to put himself cleanly on the green for his short par putt. Jonas now from downtown.
About edge of circle 2, slightly uphill. That's what you're getting normally.
Yesay looking to be about the same distance, way down there, quite far back. Gives it a little float upwards, but with the tough footing and the trees, he has to go around. Not really a clean putting line for him there. He'll also be tapping in his 3. And Daniel now for another birdie look on this card to get us our first one here. By no means an easy putt. Oh, but a nice bid. Hangs it out just a little wide right, but putting uphill, that can be a frequent mistake. As we see there, now all of our competitors pooling in that same spot. I think this hole having a lot more pars than hole 1, but
I would agree.
Probably not that many birdies.
Exactly. You're not going to get too much stroke variance here. Maybe a few bogeys here and there if you get a couple tree hits, but the majority of them are going to be getting the par here. And yeah, like you said, you got maybe 3 birdies, if I'd guess.
Believe it or not, 10.
Wow.
Still averaged over par, though.
Okay. Well, this is one you're going to get. This is hole 3, par 3, 94 meters. Fairway looks wide open compared to what we've been looking at. And it just slightly left to right turn. Sidearm, backhand Annie for the righty. Lefty hyzer. I mean, really, there's nothing too bad about this hole. You do have that nice little berm behind the basket as well, just to stop the disc in case you're coming in a little hot.
Like you said, after holes 1 and 2, this is a welcome reprieve from the difficult power lines. As he seems to have gone it's not bad. Did he connect with that evergreen there?
Did he? I mean, I thought it just kind of swung in.
Snuck under it or around it, yeah. We'll see Yuna's approach here.
Oh, maybe that's what happened to Danielson's as well. Or Davidson's. Daniel Davidson.
Do you mean David Danielson?
David Danielson? Yeah, exactly.
We'll see Yesay here, utilizing a bit more height than the others. Perhaps good as they went a little bit too straight. Yesay seems to have faded a tad earlier. Again, hard to say how close he is, but I think all 3 of those guys will have some look at a putt. Jonas looking like he's fading sooner, which is the adjustment you want to watch. There you go.
Yeah, that's the line. Real nice. Probably not too much skippage with this water.
And I believe on the day as they were playing, it was not raining actively at this point, but the days and the nights before, it got very wet out here. Today it was just about 10 to 15 degrees with some light winds. Great birdie putt by Yesay there.
Great. Getting him back to +1. Trying to right the ship from hole 1.
And they don't come easy out here. If you have a birdie chance, this is Daniel's 3rd birdie chance in 3 holes. And unfortunately, he does not capitalize on that opportunity.
Man, that could have been a hot start. Even 2 for 3 or... that would be great.
Every hole so far. Daniel's given himself the birdie putt. It really is a game of centimeters here that could result in a big stroke in his... a big swing in his stroke.
Mm-hmm. We got Yuna up here, saving the par. Sure, it doesn't feel good. You really want to get these things. This course does not give you a lot. Hole 4, par 3, 118 meters. Check out this fairway. This is a hallway. I mean, come on. You just got that open tee shot looking, and then suddenly you gotta just come into this tight green, trees everywhere, and you gotta come in left to right at 118 meters. This ain't an easy hole. I'm sorry to say, this is not an easy hole.
Would you agree that given the angle of approach to the green as well as the density of the rough, that you'd rather be kicking left than right here? If you are going to go off the fairway, is the left side the preferential one, the favorable
I would
one?
agree. The too straight would be my miss.
Exactly.
Just like Yesay did there. Just caught the outside trees. Looked like it was going into the forest straight. But yeah, you have a lot of room, and this is a lot of distance to carry. This shot here gets me nervous because if it doesn't come out, but what am I talking about? Yuna just parks it. Just
playing catch with the tree on the green. You love to see it. What a grab there.
I forget what I said. That was gorgeous.
But that is the scary shape that you sort of have to make if you want to birdie this hole. We saw Yesay just throw the forehand highs it.
That's the nice line.
Oh.
I mean, it it flexed out at the very end. Now he's way deep in the junk. But the way he threw that hyzer flip, late turnover, I like this. You got that for sure. Gonna Annie disc. That looked much safer to me. Yuna really pushed that right side off the bat. But hey, he's rewarded.
And we got most of them up there. We got Yesay up first now for his long jump putt. Oh! Looked great. Just snagging some basket.
No, these guys just telling me hard hole my butt. Taking the birdie here. I guess everybody is circle's edge or worse, except for Yuna.
Who, let's be honest, did catch a little bit of a lucky break with that sit down. That thing came in with heat.
It did. He would have been circle's edge or beyond if he didn't catch that tree too. It's a valid point.
He would have been maybe where we just saw Daniel from, with really not much, just 10 meters long of the basket. He had nearly no window. Nice comeback putt there by Yuna.
Yeah, the evergreen trees, they really they hang low, and there's so many small branches.
But the birdie there for Jonas. Very nice.
Yeah. Back to even.
Solid start. Considering hole 1 and his first throw, that's a really nice place to be through 4.
And that's a solid putt from Daniel. That's he needs that.
Daniel on the par train so far.
Yeah, but I think that was the first solid putt that he got for the round. And with 3 misses, you got to keep that confidence up.
No doubt.
Okay, so we got an open hole. Yay. Hole 5, par 4, 262 meters though. So shoot it as far as you possibly can off the tee and hope you land somewhere in the middle here to set yourself up for the second shot that's going to come in left to right. Probably looking at 2 times 130 at least, but probably want a little bit more off the first one. Save yourself for the second one.
Just throw it really far and really accurately twice in a row.
Just crush it twice is pretty much the right idea. Do what Yuna did off the tee here. Let it flex over.
Jonas.
Oh gosh, dang it.
Look, we got the J squad back on the feature card. Between Yesay, Yuna, and Jonas. I think the listeners at home will be a little bit forgiving.
I hope so. Please forgive me. I'm gonna do it more than once today.
Oh, Yesay, I think getting not as much stand up as he would have liked, but there is that little tree potentially in his way, but should be open enough for him to find some sort of gap, likely forehand.
Daniel, this is looking pretty nice. Just has to find its way out of the trees. Yeah, he might be dealing with that one as well. And here's Yuna.
All of them opting for that pretty normal looking hyzer shape, all funneling between those two small trees there.
I think they're trying to set up a straighter approach to the green so they can find that secondary fairway. As you can see, Yunas here was a little bit more to the right. Now he's got to make this blind, huge turnover approach, which bounces off a tree again and gets some love. Puts him circle 2 for the birdie.
By no means an easy putt, but a really nice shot from Jonas. And you see here how much of the... Oh my god, look at this shape.
What?
Look at that shape.
Oh my gosh, it almost went in. Holy
I lost track of what I was
cow.
saying. That was a shocking flight. Really beautiful turnover. Long, long fade. Catches the tree right at the end to be parked. That will be Jonas' first birdie when he cleans that up.
Wow. I mean, but look at these second shots. These are just full flex, big bomb second drives. And, I mean, yeah, what Yuna did was just nonsense.
These are minty fresh
Oh,
second shots.
Does that
Let's
have
see.
enough?
Daniel looks
Oh,
like
no,
he's fading out a
that's
little
not
bit
enough,
early.
Annie. But he gets some love. That was a good kick down, I think. Yeah.
He's got a birdie putt.
Wow. Okay.
4 birdie putts on this very demanding hole.
Yeah, that's a long birdie attempt for Jonas.
I'd say that was pretty much a throw there.
It would have been a throw for anybody else of us normal ability.
All right, Daniel with another birdie look. Maybe the hardest of all of them yet.
Oh, what a run. And the roll away to follow.
Nasty roll away. That's tough.
outside the circle.
Let's see his nerves here after a good bid. An unfortunate result that he can't really do too much about. He gave it a good chance to go in there off the knee. And we'll see if he can recover now.
Yeah, slightly sloping green. What a recovery putt. Looking at about 11.5 meters there.
Look, he likes his pars. Daniel loves his pars.
Par's okay. You got time to go under par still here.
And he's giving himself chances. That's all you can really do. We got Yesay now. Oh, catches
Nice.
left side.
That'll get Yesay back to par.
Even round. There we go.
Par's leading the card right now.
As we also see Jonas now sitting at par. We have 3 players at even. And
now
Jona,
we
to
got
tap in his
4.
birdie, puts him to the 4th member. Sitting at even. We are all tied up, folks.
Man, I want to rewind that thing and watch Jonas' shot again. That was nonsense.
Huge
Holy
flight.
cow.
He hung it so far out left and got that full turnover flight. That was really something.
Well, let's see if he can do it again, because we got another crazy par 4. 222 meters. Got that first shot. Probably going to have to hyzer, straight shot, get past that wall of trees to set yourself up for the second shot that's coming into this jail of a green. I mean, good luck finding a putt.
They've locked the birdies up in jail. We'll see a prison break here. Yesay up first.
Oh yeah, sidearm flexor. This
Yep.
is the play if you've got it, but this is a big drive with the sidearm.
So good. You see how close that OB stake is there if
Oh,
you push
yeah.
it too straight. That is a beautiful flight and shape.
Yeah, I didn't even get time to mention the OBE on the left side. But this is what I was thinking was going to be the play. A little straight, soft hyzer shot from the backhand righty. Get yourself past the wall of trees there on the right. And set yourself up with a longer second shot. But this is too short.
He'll have another big Anheuser turnover similar to the last hole's approach. So we see Daniel also opting for that nice forehand flex. Is it fading late enough though? Oh,
yeah.
Absolutely. He beats the corner and gets a great skip.
Disc was a bit more overstable than I expected, but when he got that Anheuser off the hand, that was gorgeous. Ooh, and you can see just how tight that OB is. Jonas almost squeaking outside with that second layup shot.
Jona making another big shape here. Does it have the distance?
Too early, and he will have 2 walls of trees now to deal with.
Never ending here as we see Daniel now. Going forehand, also looks a little bit inside. We'll see if he can get it all the way up there. Yeah, similar jail to Yuna there. Trapped on that right side early. And every meter on your approach really does count here, just removing tons of trees. The closer you are, I think your chances to make the putt, I'd say, would go up pretty exponentially.
Mm-hmm. Well, to be honest, when I played this course, it was one of the first years that it had opened. It was still very, very new. And when I saw this hole, I was for sure that they were going to remove some of these trees.
You're looking for paint marks or ribbons, just sort of waiting for it to finish.
No, they're just figuring out which ones they're going to take away. And it's still here. I mean, it's jail. It's jail to get into this green. And then when you're in there, you're most likely going to be straddling around something.
Oh, but Jonas has a window here. Oh, and he does hit the gap, but fades out left of the basket. You can see, not only is it a task to get your way up there in 2, but then to find manufacture some sort of putt, just really challenging. Daniel, 7-8 meters away with nothing? Oh, definitely not nothing. He hits the band with a great bid.
Yeah, you're thinking 2 times 110 plus off your drives, and then you have to navigate accurately.
Cash it. Yuna there.
Wow.
Getting his second birdie in a row.
But did you see what he walked through? Like, he couldn't even walk straight to his disc. He had to get around all the trees first. He couldn't. Yeah, that was amazing putt. Can't even believe he nailed that thing.
These gaps are not made for our meaty bodies. This is a disc-sized gap right here they have to throw through.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Jonas with a good bogey save there, going very short off his first. Needed sort of a placement on the second. Made his way up for 3. Missed his putt on 4. I think a very quick hole to find a bogey on without any major mistakes. You know, his tee shot was a bit short, but I think it comes quick as Daniel continuing on that par train.
Like I said, par's good.
I think that's a really, honestly, it's not a bad spot to be here in Tampere. This course is tough as nails, and to just have no bogeys goes a long way.
Hole 7. Here's one to get. 97-meter par 3. Wide open. You just got this mound to deal with. And this is not small. You're talking 8-10 meters up the hill just to get up to the basket, and it slopes on every side. Obvious rollaway potential is very high.
Dangerous. Do you think off the tee these guys are trying to get some of the elevation and be up on the hill, or do you think they're just hitting the hill at the bottom and taking an uphill putt?
I think they're trying to go slow disc right at the hill and try to stop it. I mean, obviously with the sidearm, you're not going to go that slow of a disc, but they want to try and hit the front of the hillside and try and get an anti-skip to stop them. Like that.
Wow. Smooth.
That was perfect. Holy cow. But this is a hole you really want to get on this course. I mean, as we've been seeing, it doesn't give you much like this.
I like the width of this one, but there you go. You come in
go.
with a little bit too much hyzer angle, and bye-bye. Roll away. You saw Yesei took a much more direct straight line that came in less perpendicular to the ground, and he avoided that little roll away.
Yeah. Jussi Moresma is a genius of a course designer, a very, very veteran player in our game. Was very high rated, very high ranked when he played, and he brought that to this course in full.
There's no doubt this is pro level. And so is that putt from Jonas there. Uphill, straddle, awkward footing. He was just on his toes, on the balls of his feet. I do not think his heels were on the floor. So yeah, great core strength and balance to make sure to put that one in with pace uphill. Jona as well.
Yeah, you really get a good idea of this hillside as Jona looked really nice and almost all the way up there, and he was still, his head was at the base of the basket, or at the, at the bottom of the pole.
I will say, I think these players are grateful to have a slightly calmer day here today after the rains, not as much wind. I can imagine this hole could be quite terrifying when the winds pick up.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You'd be happy to go back in the forest then. Well, let's get into hole 8. Par 4, 225 meters. We've got that slight gap to hit off the tee, and then we come into the opening as the fairway starts to S. We go first right to left, then left to right. As we come into the green, though, we have a nice OB pond that they created just to make that green a little bit more dangerous, a little bit smaller. OB wrapped around the back side of it as well. Beautiful par 4, super tough.
The pond really going a long way. More of a mental thing than I think the physical obstacle. Obviously, some people might throw in there, but compare it to just an OB line. Imagine that was dry land with simply some stakes and string. It's a very different mental approach to throwing that second shot.
Well, especially you can't skip it off the water. There is no Reed Frescura play or anything like that where you could just do that little hyzer skip and get it back onto the green. You've got maybe, 60 centimeters that'll guard you from that green. Absolutely. If you happen to go towards the water.
It's a valid point, as we see Yesei go too late out of the hand and connect rightwards. This is, I believe, Jonas with the big hyzer out into the middle.
And that's not that bad. It doesn't seem like he got enough distance to maybe he's going to have to lay up, but it'll be a big second shot, let's say, regardless, to try and get on the green.
These guys are releasing with some severe hyzer angle.
You want to get left. You got to get left off the tee so that you're in the fairway for the second shot. With that S-shaped curving fairway, you really get pinched if you don't pull it left.
Yesei not in the fairway. Oh.
No.
As he finds himself in a lot of trouble there. I guess he pitched out to here. That looks like more than a meter.
OB and then he pulled it back. And so he got a better angle. He did that's the rule when you go OB.
Yeah, you can take.
You're allowed to take it as far back as you want in the line of the basket.
Good choice from him there.
Yeah, that's using the rules to your advantage.
Oh, Jonas with the big bomb hyzer swing. I think he caught. Was that the plate, the bottom?
That's the normal basket pin. That he hit and then almost skipped OB, but he is safe, and that should be about 6-7 meters for the birdie.
Daniel showing us his spike hyzer approach. A little bit too much hyzer. That really is a skinny green with pond right and OB left. You need pinpoint precision and to also control the ground play as they're swinging in these high-speed discs on hyzer. You really want to catch a dig and not a big skip like Daniel got.
Yeah, because like you said, if it was just a circle with stakes and it was ground there, you could
just
skip
skip it
that
off the
right
OB.
off of it and just go in. But see, you got those huge wall of wood logs there that you're not going to get over those if you go trying to skip off the water. I mean, pretty much anywhere into that pond, you're staying in if you skip. Or if you land in it, you're staying in it.
Yeah, absolutely. So Yesai there with a little bit of a scary forehand hyzer, but brings it up nicely to the basket. Daniel from OB, just fluttery,
That's
low out
nervy
of the hand.
putt. That's
Yeah.
just a nervy putt.
Great putt there, and that said par. I thought he got his birdie. He did. There you go. 4 in a row now.
All right.
As Yona is really putting together
Heating
a
up.
nice front nine.
3 down on the front nine's putting in work.
There we go. I believe Jonas also catching the old basket placement just adjacent. Picks up his birdie as well, and he's been all over the place. Look at Jonas's round. With 4 birdies, 1 double bogey, and a single bogey. He's also under par. Yesai with that double bogey, with the unfortunate OB early, he's going to be putting himself to +1, meeting Daniel Davidson there.
Well, here's a nice little gift basket for you to finish off the front nine. Got a par 3, 76 meters, slightly downhill. The widest open fairway you could possibly need for this hole. I can't say much more. Just throw your putter and put it under the basket.
Beautifully framed. And lasers.
I mean, it almost doesn't even fit on the course. It's so easy. But I guess after the first 8 holes, it's kind of a breath of fresh air.
Personally, I can appreciate 1 or 2 holes on a really tough 18 that do allow you a pretty... you don't feel guilty for giving it a legit ace run. I think on this one, you can just throw something that flips up to flat, glides straight down the middle, and just throw at the basket. No funny business.
Yeah, I mean, really, you're probably throwing like a 60-meter shot feel out of your hand, and everybody's got that. And so...
Fortunately, Daniel didn't find it there as he gets caught up on the left side, overturning his forehand. We'll see if Yesai can make the correction now. Oh,
forehand play is
Oh,
a
yeah.
little bit tighter, I would say. The tree branches kind of stick out a little bit farther than they do on the right side. Oh, I don't know. I feel the backhand righty flip-up play is the way to go.
I would agree, but knowing Yesai, he loves that forehand line. Daniel also giving it a chance. Looks like he spat out nicely. He did end up with an open putt. We'll see Jonas, who also came up just a little bit short, if he can find this putt here. Bit low the whole way out of the hand.
Yeah, that never had a chance. Never over the cage. And way too far to the right.
Yesai, who gave a good ace run, went long here.
Yeah, that's what you want on this hole. You wanna be 5-6 deep. And just say, yeah, I gave it the shot. I'm still gonna get my birdie. Everybody should be able to putt 5-6 meters all the time at this level. Gotta be able to do it.
I think that was Daniel for par.
I did not just foreshadow that. I promise I did not see that.
It's okay. We'll all just collectively agree to blame you, Tony, for that one.
That was my bad.
Community.
I'm sorry, Daniel.
We'll band together. I'll reach out to Daniel. I'll let him know it wasn't his fault. It was yours.
It was me. I take responsibility for that.
And as the rest of these guys tap in their putts, Yona has put 5 birdies in a row. From 5 through 9, he has been cleaning up with only a single bogey on his first hole. He is 4 under through 9. A scorching start.
That it is. I will be curious to see how the rest of this leaderboard has done. We come and take a look here once again. Yesai is still sitting at even, respectable. Yona leading us at -4. Daniel just having a bit of trouble at the end, +2. Got plenty of time to come back though. And Jonas at -1.
And the mittens come out today as we take a look through the front 9. Yona, Piri, and Juho all tied at 4 under in first place, with a slew of players tied for 4th at 3 under. Of course, still with only 9 holes in, the strokes are tight, still anyone's game, and I'm excited to see how they approach the back 9.
That is true. The back 9 does not get any easier. Stay tuned, like and subscribe.
Adios.